the Israeli interest in Iran is predicated on Israel's desire to maintain its nuclear hegemony in the region, generally speaking, and more specifically to undermine Iranian attempts to be in a position to determine the agenda on all sorts of issues, from Iran to Lebanon and elsewhere. And we've seen that consistently. This is not a new story here. Israeli concerns with Iran's nuclear intentions date back to the 1980s. And even before that, during the Shah's era, to Arad's point, Israel and Iran collaborated on research for weapons eventually wielded by Israel in the form of the Jericho. So Israel's interest in Iran is not necessarily one of principle, but one of great power politics. And that colors their interest today and has for quite some time. So whether it's Iran, whether it's Trump or Obama, Netanyahu has always found it to be in his interest to adopt the maximum policy. And as you noted, he has a great deal of support in Congress. And none of us will forget the fact that Netanyahu was invited by Congress to essentially incite against an agreement that the Obama administration had made with Iran. Certainly, Netanyahu does not want that to happen again, to be in a position to be forced to mount an aggressive opposition to whatever Trump agrees to. But I'm sure they're very concerned about that. And I'm sure they're very concerned that they're unable to fathom exactly what the Trump administration intends, if only because the Trump administration does not probably know what itself intends. So it's not a unique position, because many leaders in the world are grappling with this fact. But in terms of Iran, it's of specific interest to how the ability to craft a peaceful exit from this crisis. Because again, we aren't too far away from April 2024, right? When the Israelis and the Iranians for the first time exchanged direct assaults on each other's territory. So that's an indication of the stakes of the game where we're now playing. And each side has made it clear that it's determined to maintain the prerogatives that it feels entitled to.